My name is Kyle Roed. I'm the Vice President of Human Resources for CPM Holdings Incorporated, a local manufacturer here in Waterloo, Iowa. Yeah, how did I get involved in childcare? Well, I think it would start about 3 or 4 weeks after my wife found out she was expecting our first child, and realizing that we were like 4 months late to get on a wait list. Where the problem really presented itself, and where for me it became not just a personal challenge but a professional endeavor, was when I was working as the Senior Human Resources Manager for Omega Cabinetry and another local manufacturer in Waterloo. We were seeing a significant amount of turnover, especially in new hires and primarily females. And what we came to find out was that the common theme with many of those individuals turning over is they lost daycare, or maybe they got the job and they had their daycare lined up, and either it was too expensive to maintain, or it was maybe a family caregiver that was no longer able to watch a child. When we calculated the cost of that turnover, for us, cost of an employee in that organization, when you add in the training cost and recruiting cost and time for somebody to learn a job, was about $4,000 to $5,000 per employee, and we were losing 4 to 5 employees per month because of the daycare issue. And so that's where it became an opportunity to look at this as a business imperative to try to figure out how can we help. And that's really where the mission of adding affordable and available daycare in the Cedar Valley really came to pass, and that's when I got engaged with Cedar Valley Kids. When I started this work, one of the things that was surprising to me was the fact that we were in a daycare desert, and I didn't even really know what that term meant. So we were missing 3,000 daycare spots. I'm happy to report that now we're down to about 2,000 daycare spots. We have seen some really great work and some initiatives to add daycare spots. And then the other statistic that was really shocking, working with Child Care Resource and Referral Authority, was we've also seen almost 60% of the child care centers go away over the last number of years. And so that math just doesn't really work. And so we're losing providers. We don't have available spots. That's eventually going to bubble up to become a community issue, which is what it is. That's where our thought, our idea of Cedar Valley Kids really came to be, which is a model of offering daycare support as an employer benefit, and really thinking about this as a business initiative and a community initiative, and really trying to tap into, first of all, solving the daycare desert issue, but also leveraging the power of our employers and the community and our government to come together and say, hey, this is an issue. How do we all solve this together? Kay England has been at the table for this discussion since the beginning. All the way back to the beginning conversations when we were 5 or 6 years ago. This was just a small idea. And I think from my standpoint, the Community Foundation has stepped up as a fiscal sponsor, has helped support us as we have been pursuing our IRS nonprofit status. The donation was just an unexpected and extremely welcome windfall for us, and I think just so appreciative of the support. Really couldn't ask for a better community partner as we continue on this journey to build daycare. So I'm really excited for the support and the continued support and elevation of our project and our mission. And the long-term view is that this is a small piece of the community puzzle to help make sure that our kids are taken care of, our kids are safe, and they're getting those early educational experiences that they need to be successful, in collaboration with all of the community partners at the table. It's a community thing, right? Not only is this good for business, it's also the right thing to do.